I never spoke. Now I gotta wash my mouth out with soap. I think I got myself in trouble, so I'll fill the bath with bubbles.
Hello and welcome to the book station. So I know we haven't seen each other for a while. Sorry about that. I have a quick book haul to share with you. Some of these things I bought myself, some are from publishers, and a few of them are from somewhere else, and I'll get to that when I get to it. So the first book I recently bought is Unbreakable by Cami Garcia. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous book. And I tried reading Beautiful Creatures, really didn't like it. But I've heard this so much better, and it's about a girl who can, like, speak to ghosts, but then she has to, like, protect herself from this evil ghost. It kind of gives me, Kendare Blake, girl dressed, Anna dressed in blood vibes. So I'm really excited to get to this one. It's got an absolutely amazingly gorgeous cover. So pretty. Okay, the next book I bought is Daughters Unto Devils by Amy Lukovics. This is gorgeous. Again, absolutely beautiful. It's extremely short. This is like a gothic horror, and it's supposed to be really good. I'll read you this bit at the top because it explains better than I could. There comes a sound from somewhere in the pitch dark behind me, lacing itself into the air along with the popping embers of the fire. At first I think I'm imagining it, but as my heart continues to pound, it only gets louder. It's the sound of an infant crying, and it's coming from inside the cabin. So I think this has been described as like a take on Little Hell House on the Prairie, which I haven't even read, but it's got a gorgeous cover, it's creepy, it's October, I'm excited for it, it's short, it shouldn't take long to read. I mean, I did start reading it, I got to like page 16 or something, so, you know, I'm kind of in between a few books at the moment, so, yes. Okay, and the next book, this is a bit of a letdown. So, I bought 4 books in hardcover from Amazon. I mean, the 4th one hasn't arrived yet because it's taking the longest time ever. But I bought this, which is What We Saw by Aaron Hartzler. And I bought this on Amazon, hardcover, like new. And as you can tell, this is not a hardcover, it's not like new condition. And it is in fact an ARC. I've contacted the seller on Amazon, I've contacted Amazon, I haven't had any response, and that was about 3 days ago. And I'm really bummed because I really wanted the hardcover edition. And obviously, if I pay like £7 for a like new hardcover, I want a like new hardcover. So let me know if this has ever happened to you. It's really fucking annoying me. I hope I'm going to get a response soon. So, yes, that's a bit of a letdown. But when I have the actual hardcover edition, if they actually get their asses in gear and email me back, I will obviously include it in a haul. Okay, the next 3 books are actually all books from my very good friend James. His channel is Reluctant. He does like kind of product reviews and vlog style videos, but he also does read, and he's such an amazing person. And me, James, and Rob from Rob's Reading Roundup are doing like a Christmas gift exchange this year. And James didn't know like how long it would take for the books to get to me and all that stuff, and he just wanted to do it there and then so he didn't forget. So I actually have his 3 books already, and he literally only ordered them like 4 or 5 days ago. But I have them, and I'm going to show you them. So these are basically Christmas gifts from James. And thank you so much, James. All 3 of these books are an amazing, amazing gift. Yeah, I'm just going to get on with it. So, the first book he got me is The Suicide Shop by Jean Toulet. I don't even know how to pronounce that. And this has been on my wish list for the longest time in the whole frickin' world. And I love the tagline on the back. Has your life been a failure? Let's make your death a success. So it's about like, it's a dark comic horror. No, dark comic... Anyway, it's a dark comical book about a shop that lets you indulge in the best suicide, the best way to kill yourself. And I've heard it's just absolutely hilarious. And I love the cover. This is a gorgeous cover. And it's super short. But yeah, thank you so much for that one, James. And then he also sent me, if you remember, if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you will know that Heaven by Christoph Marzi is one of my favourite books ever. I think it's probably like my second or third favourite book ever. And you'll know about this because I rave about it a lot. And James was so kind and sent me Christoph Marzi's other published work, Memory, which is about a ghost called Story. It says, this is a book about a ghost called Story. She is lost in the city, alone, afraid, and without her memory. Then she meets Jude, a boy who sees the dead, and he is the only one who can help her remember. It sounds freaking amazing. This cover is gorgeous, and they match on the shelf, and the covers match, and yeah, honestly, if you haven't checked out any of Christoph Marzi's books, please go and read Heaven, because it is absolutely amazing. Such a good book. So I'm super pumped to read this one. Such a thoughtful gift. Thank you so much, James. And the last book he sent me is one that I probably wouldn't have bought myself. But it's Unnatural Creatures by Neil Gaiman. This is a collection of short stories about, like, evil creatures. On the back it says, the sunbird, the manticore, the werewolf, the griffin. Welcome to a menagerie unlike any other, where stories let amazing, beautiful, and occasionally terrifying creatures roam free in your mind. This is Neil Gaiman's selection of his favourite stories featuring beasts from myth, fable, and imagination. Creatures extraordinary, exotic, extinct, living, dead, and undead prowl the pages of this book. Be very, very careful if you insist on opening it. And I've already read the first story, and it was absolutely amazing. I'll talk more about it in another video. But seriously, like, this book is absolutely beautiful. This is like the title page of the story, and then this is like the author's name. And it's just a gorgeous book, and some of the stories have illustrations. Yeah, and I love the titles of some of the stories. This is called The Cartographer, Wasps, and the Anarchist Bees. But yeah, I'm so happy that James brought me this, because like I said, I've already read the first story, and I freaking loved it. So, thank you, James. And then the last book I have is... this was sent to me for review, actually, by Head of Zeus. This is The Dark Forest by Cixin Liu, the sequel to The Three-Body Problem by the same author. She is a Chinese science fiction author. I haven't read The Three-Body Problem, but this is going to be published on the 5th of November, so they sent me a copy. And yeah, because they know I love science fiction. And these sound super good. I just need to find the time to read them and devour them and absolutely fall in love with them. If you've read something like the Long Earth series, Long Earth, Long Mars, Long War by Terry Pratchett and Stephen Baxter, apparently these are very similar, but obviously from a Chinese author's perspective. I will just give you a little taste of what the Three-Body Problem is about. University student Yi Wenji witnesses Red Guards beat her father to death during China's Cultural Revolution. His crime? Failure to recant his belief in science. This singular event will shape not only the rest of her life, but also the future of mankind. So, yeah, and then there's, like, scientists who are committing suicide, and it's this big deal, and nobody knows why. Beijing police ask nanotech engineer Wang Mao to infiltrate a secretive cabal of international scientists. So, this is like a very, a very adult sci-fi series, but the covers are absolutely stunning. They look amazing on the shelf, and I'm really excited to read them. But it might take me a while because they're not the shortest books in the world. But yeah, so that's my recent book haul. Sorry, it's been a while. I explained in a couple of videos why it's been a while, so I'm not going to explain again. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you wish, you may subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.
Guess I better wash my mouth out with soap. God, I wish I never spoke. Now I gotta wash my mouth out with soap. I feel it coming out my throat. Guess I better wash my mouth out with soap. God, I wish I never spoke. Now I gotta wash my mouth out with soap.